Well, hi everyone. Today we are going to see actually how we can create a volume light in After Effects. Uh, I already have made a scene over here where basically I have something around 8 layers in my After Effects. I have the background layer. I have the floor which I have created over here at this place. The floor which you can see down right here. I have the light which I've created in the background. There's a light ray which is actually emitting this volume light. Then I have the camera layer. I have put a camera over here. I have the light, one of the components. I have the white solid, and then I basically have the adjustment layer and a point layer. So maximum of these are basically 3D layers, if you could see over here at this place. And we are going to see actually how we can create this sort of light which actually emits from the background like a volume light kind of type. And these effects are actually used in many movies. One of the movies I can recall is Star Trek, where in titling they have actually used this type of volume light to create an effect. Alright, so let's get down to it and start working with basically how to create this. I would expect the person who's actually working on this to know basics of After Effects, so that it's easy for him to actually work with this tutorial. Alright, so let's take a new file from this place, and I'll just take a new project over here, and I'll say save this. So it saves my project which I have been working with earlier for you all. It's saving the project. There's a lot we can do actually with this sort of volume light over here at this place. Now first and foremost, basically what I will do is actually I will have a new project over here, and I have a composition over here at this place. What I will do, I'll just go and I'll create a layer. I'll create a composition actually. I'll say new composition, and I'll say volume light over here. Now you can select any one of these options from here. We'll just select for the time being PAL digital D1 digital video, that is 720 by 576, and we'll keep the frame rate as 25 frames per second, and we'll keep the duration to 30 seconds. Of course it can vary depending upon how you want to keep, whether you want to keep it long or whether you want to keep it short, depending upon your animation, or you just want to keep it as static. So depending on that, you can actually change the duration of this After Effects composition. So I'll say okay about this. At the moment it's coming basically transparent. It's due to the fact that over here I have actually clicked on the toggle transparency button on. Alright, so I have my volume light over here, and what I will do, I'll just take the text tool and I will start writing. As I'll put some text at this place. Volume, I'll just keep it simple, just say volume over here, and I'll keep it at the center. Alright, over here in your fast preview, you can actually have your render option, so that basically it you can get fast output, or you can actually see the render much quicker if you reduce the quality of your render over here at this place. This is just for preview purpose, so this is not going to affect your actual render time. You can actually change the actual render time when you are giving an output. So we'll keep it as 500 to 250, and we'll say okay about this, so that basically it works a bit faster than what is it right now at the moment. Alright, once I have this volume created, I'll actually pre-compose this. I will just go to my layer over here, and I'll say pre-compose. Once it says pre-compose, I will say volume light. I'll say okay about this. I'll not change anything over from here at this place. So volume light, I have my pre-composition over here at this place. Alright, I will take another layer which will be a solid layer, and I will keep the color as gray. I'll take a gray color, bit lighter shade. I'll say okay, and I'll say floor over here, and by default it will come as the size of the composition 720 by 576, and I'll say okay. Once this has come, this is basically on top of my text, so I'll just click and drag it below my volume light so I can actually see. Now what I will do, I will select both these ones and I'll make it as a 3D. Both these ones should be 3D, so I'll select my floor and I'll go to my Z and I'll basically Control Z. I'll just rotate this on the Z axis, excuse me, my not Y also, I'll think the X axis. I'll rotate this on the X axis so that it's you know, looks like a floor, and then I'll basically move the same down exactly over here. So that's my flow, which I have over here at this place. Now once I have got this thing, I'll just go over here and I'll create a new layer, and I'll say camera layer. I'll create a camera layer over here at this place, and I'll keep the preset size to 28, and I'll say okay. I'm sure I'm going not so fast, but I'll just keep it on top, and I'll just dolly and check how it's coming. Alright, that's beautiful, that's good. Okay, and I'll just pan so I can go a bit, I'll just track it a bit. Alright, dolly. Now you can adjust it however you want. Basically I'll just adjust it so that basically I don't see the background. I'll create one more layer, I'll create one more solid layer, and I'll take this will be my BG, my background. I'll have a black color, and this will be my BG, and I'll just click and drag my BG. Yeah, and of course you are not able to see anything due to the fact that my text is in black and my background also is in black, so we are not able to see anything over here at this place, but that's not a problem. Now once I've done this, I'll go to my layer and I'll create a light layer. I'll select a spotlight. No, excuse me, I'll select this is not the light which I want. I'll just go back over here and I have my point light over here at this place, and here I've got my point light. That's the light which I want. Alright, that's good. Now what I would do is actually I will take this light and I'll move this light behind my, on the Z axis, behind my text. If you see, you just excuse me, this dolly, and we'll see as to where my light is. I'll just put it back over here. Alright, that's good. Move it back over here at this place, and I'll go to my volume light which I have created, that is the text which I have created, and I'll go to my material option, and in my material option I have cast shadows which I'll say on, so you should be able to see basically the light, the volume light basically casting shadow for this particular text. And what we'll do is we'll diffuse, you'll have the spectacular intensity, and just increase my or decrease my diffusion basically to see actually how it looks at the moment. We just go down a bit. Specular shyness and intensity is there. I can increase my intensity of my alright. You can play around with any one of these your parameters of light which you have over here, and you can actually see how they work with. I'll just adjust the light accordingly, and we'll see how. Yeah, my text is here, and alright, now I can get much better shadows which are coming, and I'll just go to my diffuse and increase my diffusion, or however you want. Basically you can increase or decrease the diffusion as per your settings, whichever you feel is the best for you. Apart from that, I'll just dolly this and we'll see how we can get more better output of out of this. And I'll just select my light and just move it back a bit more so that I can get a better output. Yeah, this is better. Okay, so I feel this is okay for me, and this is wonderfully coming out over here at this place. All right, now basically we'll trick and we'll try to create a volume light over here at this place. And for this I will go into my layer and I will create a new solid layer, for which I will say this will be my volume light 1, and I'll keep this color as basically white. That's okay. Now once this has been created, I will actually go and take my shape tool over here, and I take my ellipse and I'll click and I'll draw a circle. You can click and draw a circle however you want. You can press your control and you can have a proportionate circle. Alright, so that's my circle over here, and what I will do, I will create this as a 3D layer. Sorry, this will not be a 3D layer over here. I will put this basically, yes, this will be a 3D layer for me. That's my volume light layer which is there. So I'll put this as a 3D layer, and you could see that it is not showing at the moment. That is due to the fact that I have basically my cast shadow which is I have my accept light which is on, so I'll just click and I'll say accept light off, so I'm able to see this. Alright, so this 3D layer, what I will do is I will push it back on my Z axis behind the light. So I'll just select this, and that's my Z, and that goes back. That one goes back. Yeah. So I'll just go out a bit, like 33, so that I can actually see what is happening in my area over here. In my yeah, that's behind. It's quite behind. So this is wonderful. This is really good at the moment what it's coming out to be. So I'll go and I'll keep it at 50%. So let me see how it comes out over here at this place. All right. Okay. Once I have created my my volume light layer. Now you could see I have created, basically just for your understanding, I have created a background which is the black solid layer which is behind. I have created the flow which is the gray flow which is over here at this place. I have also created a volume light which I pre-composited. This volume light is basically the text tool which is there, and I have the camera over here. Then I have created a light over here at this place which is the point light which is behind the volume light text, and then I have the volume light 1 which is I have actually created a solid layer, white solid layer which I have created. Alright, on top of this solid layer I will actually create a new adjustment layer, and this new adjustment layer I will actually give some effects basically, and I'll just go to my effects preset over here, and I will say radial fast blur. Alright, I've got this radial fast blur, and I'll click and drag this radial fast blur on my adjustment layer. Fantastic, and this is the output which I'm getting, and this is a pretty good output over here at this place. Pretty good output. I can just move this basically bit volume light, and select volume light, and I'll just move this on the y-axis a bit down. Go here at this place. Now if you could see, it is actually submerging, the floor is submerging my light, my volume light layer which is there. It is due to the fact it's non-transparent. So what I will do is basically I will go to my floor, and I will actually in my blend mode I will do it as a screen, so I should be able to see everything whatever is there below the floor over here at this place. So that's a pretty good trick which I can do. All right, so now I'll come back to my adjustment layer, and I have over here at standard I can keep it as brightness. So this is much clearer at this place, and I can actually increase my amount of brightness. Fantastic. This is cool. This is really cool. It's coming out to be really cool over here at this place. You can increase the brightness at this place, and you can actually see as to how it looks. Fantastic. Check this out. This is really cool. All right, and this way I can actually see my I can see basically how it's giving out my volume over here at this place, the output which is giving at this place. I can increase my brightness as much as I want. So when you're looking through the camera, it should look like this. Of course, you can make a lot of changes if you want, however you want. So when you want to animate, you can actually animate this as volume over here at this place. All right. So that's pretty good over here. But all right, now what I will do over here also as well, that's my blur which has come at this place, and I can go to my volume light over here, and in my material I have diffuse and accept shadow. Alright, this is really good. Everything is coming perfectly well. Alright, okay, I'll just go to my adjustment layer again, and what I'll do, I'll just reduce my little bit of my intensity which is there. Okay, this is fantastic. And as I've kept my render little low, so the text is not so clearly visible. You can change the color of the text, and you can make it a little more bold, and also that it's more visible from this volume light. All right, now you could do a lot more over here at this place. Like for instance, you can actually create color and all. I mean, you can give colors and all from the effect menu. You can come over here like channels, color correction, and I have curves. So over here at this place, I go to my curves, and I should keep this curves on top of my radial blur. So basically, and I can move this, so this will only show what I want to show basically over here at this place. So that's really cool. That's really cool over here. You can keep it down or however you want. It's really fantastic. So while you are actually seeing, you should be able to see and get more effect. You can also have basically another curve given to this one, like for instance again color correction, and we'll go to curves, and over here I'll select the red channel and move this a bit up. You can select the blue channel and give. Alright, this one is really cool. You can make changes as and however you want. So this blue, you can actually give a fractal noise and all. You can do a lot of things over here at this place. Alright, and one last thing which we can do over here is which I have not which I'll just show you in my project 1. I'll just go to my the composition which is there. Just go to open my recent project, which is light tutorial, which I have. I'll just save this so it's there in the file. Okay, just save this. Volume light. Just save. And this is one. I have this point which I have given, so maybe next in next tutorial I can actually show you how to work with this point. This point basically does nothing, but I'll show you. It just controls. This is a point. This is a null layer actually, and I can adjust my lightning, basically the brightness, and the basically the radial which you can see from the light which is actually falling on. I can actually control Then I'll just select this point object over here, and on the Z axis you can actually control this as and however you want over here at this place. So hope you have enjoyed this tutorial over here, and I will actually be seeing you with another great tutorial. And if there is anything which you have not understood, you can directly get in touch with me. Thank you very much.